Hi viewers, welcome to Ganesh YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to explain you how to create this type of assembly drawing in Tekla structures. Okay, let's start. Open Tekla structures with US environment. Now we're going to create column. So click on steel and select this column and click on here to place the column. Click on escape to exit the command. Now double click on this column. Now I'm going to change the top level and bottom level. Okay, let's take bottom level 0 and top level 16 feet. Now click on modify to see the result. Now close this window. Now click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. Now we're going to create same column at here. So select this column and click on here to place the column. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to create views. So click on grid, right click on mouse, create views along grid lines. Now click on create and OK. You can see now we have view list at this location. Now close this window. To open view list, you can use the shortcut Control I. Okay, now we have these two columns on grid 2. So select this elevation on grid 2 and click on here to open. Now we're going to create reference points to create bracing. So click on edit and scroll it down and click on here and select at any position and click on here to place point. Similarly, we're going to place the point at here and zoom it and click on here and click on here. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to move these points 1 feet upward direction. So drag and select these points. Now right click on mouse, move special linear, click on clear. We need to move in Z direction, positive Z direction. So enter here 1 feet. Now click on move, OK. Click on escape. You can see now we have these points 1 feet from 0 level. Similarly, we're going to move these points downward direction 1 feet. So drag and select these points. Now right click on mouse, move special linear, click on clear. We need to move in downward direction, so let's take here -1 feet. Click on move, OK. Click on escape to exit the command. Click on space, right click on mouse, redrawing. Now we're going to place bracings at here. So click on steel and select this beam and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here. Click on escape to exit the command. By default we have I section profile, but we require angle profile, so double click on it. Click on here and select angle. You can see now we have a name angle. Now I'm going to rename it brace angle instead of angle. So let's type here brace angle. Now I'm going to change the profile also. So click on here and select, let's take L33 by 1 by 4 inch. Click on apply, OK. Click on modify to see the result. Now close this window. Now we're going to create the same angle in this direction. So select this beam and pick the first point at here. Now I'm going to place second point at here to place the bracing. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on space to deselect the bracings. Now click on window and select this 3D view. You can see now I have bracings like this. Okay, now I'm going to create connection between column to brace angle. So go to application components by using the shortcut Control F. In search bar, let's take number 11 and click on enter. You will get this component bolted gusset 11. Select this component and pick the main part as a column and pick the secondary part as a brace angle. Now press the scroll button to place the connection. Now close this window. Right click on mouse interrupt, click on space, right click on mouse retrieve. You can see now we have the connection like this. To edit this connection, double click on it and you can change the bolt sizes and plate thickness and anything as you require. I have clearly explained in my previous videos about this connection, so go to my channel and watch it. Now we're going to give the same connection at this location. So go to application components and select this bolted gusset 11 and pick the main part as a column and pick the second part as a brace angle and press the scroll button to place the connection. Now I'm going to place the same connection at here. So select the column and brace angle and press the scroll button. Do the same procedure at here. Click on escape to exit the command. Now close this window here. Click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. You can see now we have the brace connections like this. Okay, now we're going to give the base plate connection at this location. So go to application components by using the shortcut control F and in search bar type 1042. Now we're going to take this base plate connection. So select it and pick the main part as a column and pick the position at gradient section point to create base plate. Okay, now I'm going to create same base plate at here. So select the main part as a column and pick the position at gradient section point to create base plate. Now click on escape to exit the command. Now close this window. Click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. You can see now we have connection like this. Okay, now we're going to create column assembly drawing. So select this column, right click on mouse, create drawing and assembly drawing. You need to click on here and select perform numbering. You can see one drawing created successfully. Now click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. Now go to drawing list by using the shortcut control L. Now we need to open this drawing. You can see now I have mark as a drawing mark as a C1 and type A. Type A indicates the assembly drawing. Now we're going to open this drawing by double click on it. Click on here to close the window. You can see by default we have the assembly drawing like this. Okay, now we're going to delete all dimensions and part marks. Now we're going to create dimensions and part marks from the scrap. So double click on it, select dimensioning drawings. Now drag and select all dimensions. Click on delete on your keyboard to delete all dimensions. Similarly, we're going to delete part marks also. So select this option, select marks and notes in drawing. Now drag and select all notes and marks. Now click on delete to delete all part marks. Now select this option, select all to activate all commands. Now we're going to select this blue box and drag and place it here. Similarly, we're going to select this blue box and place it here. You can see now the column length is very shortened. So now we're going to increase the length of this column. So double click on this blue box. Click on here attributes 2. By default, we have the part length 8 inch. Let's take here 2 feet. Now click on modify. Apply OK. You can see now column length increased. Okay, now drag and place it here in upward direction. And similarly, we're going to move it here, the section view. Okay, we don't require the center line, so double click on the center line. You need to remove tick mark here, then click on modify, apply, OK to remove center line. Okay, now we're going to give the part marks for this drawing. So select this column, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now we have the column part mark C1. Okay, if you want to move this part mark just like this, use the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position of this part mark. Similarly, we're going to create part marks for this base plate. So select it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now we have base plate part mark BP1. Similarly, we're going to create part marks for these plates. So select it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now we have the plate part mark P1. Similarly, we're going to create this part mark, drag and select it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now we have part mark P2. Hold the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position and use only left mouse key to adjust the position without moving arrow. Like this. Okay, now I'm going to give the dimensions for this plate from edge of this I section profile. So select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the second point at this location and pick the next point here. Now press the scrolling wheel button to place the dimension. Right click on mouse, interrupt. You can see now select this dimension. You can adjust the position like this by using the left mouse key. Okay, now coming to this base plate. Now this base plate should be welded to this I section profile. So we need to give the weld mark at this location. So go to annotations and select this weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the second point to create weld mark. By default, we have single side weld, but we require around weld for this base plate. So double click on it. Click on here and select around weld. Click on modify and you can see now we have around weld. Click on modify, apply, OK. Like this. Now you can adjust this base plate part mark like this. Okay, now coming to here, we need to create the section for this plate. So go to view and select this section view and pick the first point here and pick the second point and you need to pick the cut box. So pick the first point here and pick the second point and click on here to place the section view for this plate. Click on space. Now I want to adjust this section marks. So click on here and use the left mouse key to adjust the position like this. Now here in the section view, now select this blue border and drag and place in upward direction. Now delete this whole mark. If you don't require this connection side mark, double click on it. You need to remove the tick mark here, then click on modify, apply, OK. Now we need to create the part marks for this plate and this I section profile. So select it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. Because now we have the part mark number P1. And similarly we need to give the part mark for this I section profile. So do the same procedure to create part mark like this. We don't require hatching, so double click on it, go to fill and click on here and select none, then click on modify, apply, OK to remove hatching. Now we need to give the dimension at here from plate edge to edge of this flange. So go to dimensioning and select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the second point at this location and press the scroll button to place the dimension like this. Click on escape to exit the command. You can see now we have like this. Similarly, we need to give the section at this location. So go to views and select this section view and pick the first point here, and we need to pick the second point. You can see you need to select at exactly perpendicular symbol. So click on here and you need to pick the cut box. So pick the first point here and pick the second point here. Now click on here to place the section view. Now click on space. Now to adjust this section arrow, so click on this section arrow and drag and place at this location like this. Similarly, we need to move this section mark upward direction, so select it, use the left mouse key to drag and place the proper position. Now delete this dimension. Now we don't require this symbol, so double click on it, remove this connection side mark here, then click on modify, apply, OK. Now we're going to remove this hatching, so double click on it, click on fill, click on here and select none, then click on modify, apply, OK. Then I'm going to create part mark, so select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now we have the part mark like this. Similarly, we need to give part mark for this I section profile, so select it, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. You can see now we have the part mark C1. Now we need to give the dimension set here from edge of this plate to edge of this flange. So go to dimensioning and select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the second point at this location and press the scroll button to place the dimension. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to adjust this section view. So click on this blue box and click on here and place it like this. Okay, now coming to here, we need to weld this plate to this column flange. So click on annotations and select this weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the second point to create weld mark. Right click on mouse, interrupt, click on this arrow and drag it upward direction. We don't require a round weld, so double click on it and click on here and select this option, click on modify, just like this. If you want to create double side weld, then click on here and select this option and let's take here 3/16 weld size and click on modify, apply, OK to create double side weld like this. Similarly, we need to create weld mark at this location, so select this weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the second point to create weld mark like this. Now coming to here in the section view, section AA, now we need to give the part marks for this base plate and this I section profile. So click on this base plate, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now we have the base plate part mark like this. Similarly, we need to give the column part mark, so select it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. Now click on it, hold the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position wherever you want and use the left mouse key to adjust the part mark without moving the arrow, just like this. Okay, now we need to give the relation between this base plate to column, so click on dimensioning and set this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the second point here and pick the next point at here. Now press the scroll button to place the dimension. Similarly, we need to give the dimension in vertical direction also. So select this vertical distance and pick the first point and pick the second point at the middle of this column and pick the next point at here and press scroll button to place the dimension. Click on escape to exit the command like this. Click the blue box and adjust the position like this. Click on it and adjust the position of this dimension also like this. Okay, now we have the bill of material information at this location. We have the part marks and quantity and profile and length and weight. Okay, that's it about how to create assembly drawing. So use the shortcut Ctrl S for save it. Now close the window here. Okay, that's it about how to create assembly drawing for this column. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you have any doubts, please comment below. For more tech class structure related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many tech class structure related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.